Hello. I think it's there's some issue from my end. Okay. I think it's sorted now. You can able to see my screen as well, right? Okay, guys. So let me share the screen without wasting much time. Okay. So is there anyone new for today who paid amount and who is not there in WhatsApp group? I think I have not added couple of people yesterday. Whoever pinged me, that's fine. Whoever paid fees and who is not there in WhatsApp group can able to ping me over here. Okay. So this is the number you can ping me once you paid the amount and you have not uh, added in WhatsApp group. I did not add a couple of people in WhatsApp group. Okay, fine. So not wasting time at all. So we will probably try to see. Okay, today is there anyone new for today who was not there in WhatsApp group who paid amount? They can ping me. Okay, they can ping me to this number. Okay, whoever paid amount and who is not there in the WhatsApp. Fine. So now yesterday we were discussing about slicing operation. Okay. We will probably continue that and we will complete today 2 or 3 data types. Okay. So we have okay. If I say 1, okay, what is the meaning of this? So when I have 3 separations, okay, this is called a skipping element. Okay. So what is the meaning of 1 means it will skip 0 elements. Okay. It will skip 0 elements. So for those who join newly, please wait until the class is ended. Okay, I will be able to tell you the syllabus. Okay, I'm started with Python. We are going to teach Python as everyone's request, as a lot of people doesn't know Python. So I've been teaching Python from the scratch. So when I enter it, you will get complete Python. The reason because when I say 1, it will skip 0 elements. Okay, when I say skip 0 elements means it will not skip any element. See, I already told you when you have nothing provided, that means it takes from starting and it goes to end. Then if I say 2, that means it will skip one element. So that means first it will take P, it will skip Y, then it will take T, it will skip H, then it will take O, it will skip N. Okay. So it should be PYO, PTO. Fine, right? It is PTO. Similarly, if I say, okay, 3, it should skip 2 elements, okay, which is PH, as you already know. If I say like this, what is the meaning of -1? So there is something called -1. If you give any negative index means it will take from the back. Okay, so if anyone asks you how to reverse a string in Python, okay, without using any reverse keyword or any kind of inbuilt method, you can directly go with this. This means you are skipping 0 elements but reading the string from the back side. Okay, 1 means skipping 0 elements. If I say 2, it will skip 1 element. So if I say -1, it will skip 0 elements but reading the string from the back, which means reverse of the string. Okay, you got it right. Python was reversed. Okay, clear, right, everyone? So you just need to have an idea how to do all this slicing operation. So coming to next important thing which we have to understand is we have to understand what are the different methods. So I already told you when I say any programming language in Python, okay, the main thing that you need to, any concept in Python, the main thing that you need to understand is what are the inbuilt methods as part of the data type. Because in Python, there are so many inbuilt methods which are part of every data type, and every method should be known to you in order to do data manipulation. Okay, so we have to know in string what are the different methods that are available, and each and every method what is the consequence of that method. Okay, so I will try to tell you the methods. So we have totally we have so many methods. Out of that, important methods are needed. I'll tell you. So there is something called a dot capitalize. Okay, a is nothing but a string, any string you take. So I'll just explain from starting to end, and I'll also show you how it runs. Okay, I will these methods are very important. Everyone should know all these methods. Okay, whenever any question is asked, if I ask you a question, find the most frequent repeated, okay, or you can say the first repeated character in a string. So this question may be asked in interview, because this is very important. When you go for any interview, the first round will be a coding round. Okay, in that they would be asking you programming questions, which can be more logical enough. Okay, if you know how to solve it logically, you can easily do it. Okay, the point here is like, don't understand or don't read or don't um, just read that particular program. Okay, that doesn't help you, because in interview they may change the logic, they may ask you to find something different. Okay, first understand what is the requirement, what you know, how do you approach it. Okay, we will discuss that as we progress, but this is very important for getting any interview cracked in Selenium and Python. You should know programs, because programming round is mandatory, which is first round in any interview you go in. Okay, I will share you the list of programs which are very commonly asked in interviews. You should be knowing all the programs. Along with that, you should also know the logic inside it. Okay, how these programs are written. Okay, what is the question, what is the answer, how do we approach it, all these things should be known. So for that, you need to know the methods which are available. Okay, so string is very important questions. So what is the question is, if I have a equal to python, I have a string called Python, okay, which is a. If I say a dot capitalize, okay, there is a method called capitalize, which is an inbuilt method. Okay, what is capitalize does? Capitalize will capitalize the first character of the string into capital letters, not the complete string. Okay, capitalize will only capitalize the first character. So if you see, P is capitalized. So here in this case, already P is capitalized. So nothing is changed. So let me take one more string where you have python. Okay. Now if I say a dot capitalize. Okay. Okay. So now it will capitalize P. Do you see? I have taken small letters. Now only P is capitalized. So capitalize will capitalize the first element. Then we have something called a dot. All these things should be known. A dot, if you see, it is coming, right? A dot, very importantly to understand, lower. Okay, lower means it will convert all the characters of the string into lowercase. See, already my string is in lowercase, so it will just perform it. Okay, there is nothing change happens. Understood, right? If I say a dot upper, upper is one more method which will capitalize the complete string into uppercase. See, you see, right? So here a is not changed. It is all about a is still python only. So this method is changing that operation. Okay. So it is manipulating the data. So a dot upper means it will change all the elements into capital letters. A dot lower will make it to lower letters. A dot capitalize will make the first character capitalize. Okay. A dot is
Sir,
lower. Is lower is a method here.
sir, if there are multiple words, so it will capitalize all the first letter of the words or only the first word's first letter? If it is, we are using
Only first
capitalize.
letter. Only first letter if you have n number of words. In the
Okay,
words also it
okay,
will only character first character. Okay.
okay.
Yes.
And the same is for lower and upper also, like, or it will
Yeah.
be for
Lower
the complete word.
lower is for complete, upper is for complete string. Okay,
For the complete, if there
let
is a
me
line, so it will, okay. Yeah, thank you.
okay, now you are clear, let me do it. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so a dot lower, okay, will do all the capital lower. Okay, a dot upper will make all the things upper. Okay, a dot capitalize, okay, it will make the first character capitalize. I hope you are clear now.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so we have a dot, okay, is upper. Is upper means it will check is every character, okay, here is in uppercase or not. So it will just consider this string, okay, which you have initialized. So this string should be in capitalize. Okay, so here we see that it is not capitalized, the whole string is not capitalized. So now what happens is anything that starts with is in Python will give you the Boolean output, which is true or false. Okay, when I say a dot is upper will be false because all the characters are not in uppercase. Okay, similarly a dot is lower will give you again false because all the characters are not, okay, smaller case. Okay, is lower means it will check if all the characters are lowercase. Is upper means it will check if all the characters are in uppercase. Okay, suppose I take one more string Python, okay, class. Okay, if I say b dot is lower, okay, what is the output you got? You got true because every character is in lowercase. Similarly, if I say something like c equal to python, so now it will say c dot is upper. Okay, it will give you true because every character is in uppercase. You understood, right, everyone? So this is very important to understand, like what is upper, is lower. Okay, is upper will check for whether it is in uppercase. Is lower will check whether it is in lowercase. So now again I have changed a. I already told you the latest assignment of that variable is variable. See, if I say a equal to something, again I changed a to something. So the latestly which I have given the value, that is a value of it. The old values will be automatically deleted. That means the space of that value or the operation that you performed will be deleted, because the reason is there is something called garbage collector in Python, which will remove the unused or not used variables, okay, from your space. This is very important that you need to understand. So now we have hello everyone, how are you is the string. Okay, so we have a couple of other things which we need to also understand. Is upper, is lower, upper, lower, capitalize. So we have seen 5 methods. Okay, 5 methods we have seen. So then there are some more methods which you need to also understand, like index, count, split, join, is alpha, is digit, is all num. Okay, there are so many things. So what is meant by index? Okay, index means you are going to find the index of a particular variable. Okay, that means in a simple thing, I want to find the index of e. Okay, how do you find index of a dot? Okay, h I will h means, see, the point here is very important to understand. If I say index, okay, h is there multiple times. Okay, h is there here, h is there here. Okay, 2 times h is there. E is there here, e is there. If I say index, it will always find the first occurring index. Okay, wherever first time that particular, see, if I want to know index of e, e is a string, that's why I should give in quotations like this. Okay, if it is a string, you should give either in single quotation or double quotations. So that is what is the meaning of this. This means within the a string I want to find e. Where is e? So e will be given at 1 index because this is 0 index, this is first index. Understood, right? So e is found multiple times, but what is the meaning that you need to understand? Here also e is there, but it is only giving this e because first time whenever it encounters, that is what it will display. Similarly, when I say a dot index of, okay, very important, you should also understand this. Okay, v, okay, v is there. So can you tell me what is the index of it? It will be 7. Why? Because this is 0. Please remember 1, 2, 3, okay, 4. This becomes 5. Okay, 6. Space is 1 index. Please remember. Okay, 6, and v becomes 7. Space will be considered as an index. Okay, you understood, right? So v is at 7th index. So every time when you want to find any index of a string, you should say that string dot index of a substring, where you want to find or which element you want to find that index, you can give it in single or double if it is a string. Okay, I can also create a variable like this. See, if I say 1, 2, okay, if I have this number, okay, if I have this number, suppose, okay, I can say a dot index of 6. Okay, it gives me 2. See, this 6 is also a string. See, the whole thing is, however, it is a number string because I have provided all the numbers, but they are string representations. Okay? So you should be providing like this. So a dot index, okay, will give you the index of particular element. Similarly, we have something called count. Okay, how many times that element is repeated. So if I say a dot count of 6, 6 is a string here. Okay, because the whole element is a string, right? So that 6 is also a substring. So how many times 6 is repeated? Gives me 4 times if you want to check it. Okay, so count will give you the count of the element which is repeated n number of times. Okay, you understood, right, everyone? Count will give you count of particular substring. Okay, are you clear, right, everyone? So count will always give you the count. Index will give you which index it is existing. Is lower will tell you whether all the cases are lower. Is upper will tell you if all the cases are upper. Okay, upper will tell you, will convert everything to uppercase. Lower will convert everything to lowercase. Capitalize will capitalize only first element. Okay, to capital letters. So now what happens? If I say a dot split, split is a method. Okay, if I have a string, very large string, if I want to split into parts out, okay, how do I split it? So I should say a dot split and then reference element. So I should split based on what? See, if I have this string, so okay, I have the string. I have the string. I want to split it. So how do I split it? I'm going to split it according to the what do you say? According to the requirement. Okay, that means according to a splitting with some reference. Okay, keeping in that mind. So I say space. Okay, I did not provide anything. Double quote space and double quotes. That means anywhere you find the space. Okay, this means it is a space. So wherever you find a space, okay, you're going to split it from there. So if you see now, hello, then there is a space. So it is splitted everyone. So wherever there is a space, there it is splitted into parts. So now I can able to get my whole string, which is splitted into parts. Understood, right? Clear, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so split will always split your string into parts. If you have to give a reference element from where you want to split it. Okay, then we have join, is alpha, is digit, is all num, and length. I will try to tell you that. So join will always join the particular element. So today I'll share you the notes. Okay, I think today I'll create the WhatsApp group and share you the notes. Join is again a very important thing. I want to join something. Okay, so suppose see there. Okay, hello is there. I want to say I'll say a dot join of b. Okay, so you can see that it will be, you see, right, the point here is it will try to join hello to b, okay, for every character. So that means a dot join of b, that a will be joined, okay, here you see, right, a will be joined to every character here. B is there, okay, t, then after that hello, then h, after that hello, e, after that hello, r. So it is going to join to your b. Okay, you understood, right? Got it, right? A is going to join to your b every time. Or else you can also say, suppose I want to join some character, okay, of join. Okay, you can also give the string here. Okay, Okay, now you can see, right? It is joining, this particular thing is joining for every character of the string. Okay, this join will happen for every character of the string. Okay, so you are going to join this particular as symbol for this particular string. I hope you are clear, right? So split is going to split your string and join is going to join the string, join the substring to a string. Next, there is something called is alpha. Is alpha means very important. So I have taken a string like this, okay? Python ABC. It will take, it will, is alpha means is alphabets. Okay, the meaning is everything that start with is in Python will always give you true or false, as you already know. Is alpha means you are going to check is my string whichever I provided is in capital letters or not. If your string is capital letters, I mean sorry, is alphabets, okay, maybe capital or small, whatever it is. So if your whole string is in capital letter in alphabets, you will get this particular a dot is alpha true. See, now I got true because everything is in alphabet. Alphabets means A to Z, maybe small a to Z or capital A to Z. So if your string is in alphabets, okay, all the elements of the string is in alphabets, okay, then you will get is alpha. Okay, is alphabet, the meaning is if your string is alphabet or not, it will give you true. It will give you true because everything inside that string should be alphabets. Then something called a dot is digit. Is digit means you, it will check is every character in a string is a digit or not, is a number or not. It will give you false, okay, because they are not numbers. In which case they are numbers like this. If you take 1 2 5 6 some number, okay, okay, now you say a dot is digit, so it will check is an every element which is every character is a digit or not. Yes, in this case it will give you true. You understood, right? This is a alphabetic string and this is a number string. So each digit will give you true for if you have all the numbers which are, I mean all the characters are numbers. Each alpha will give you true whenever you have all the characters are alphabets. Similarly, there is something called is alnum. Alnum means alphanumeric. Okay, so alphanumeric means it will check if your string is having either the digits or the characters or any of them. Okay, in if any of them is there in a string, then it will give you true. So always is all num will be true, because if I say a equal to hello 1 2 3, okay, here I have combination of both. So when I say a dot is all num means alphanumeric, okay, then it will give you true. Even if you have all the elements are digits, it will give you true. Even if you have all the elements of characters, it will give you true. Even if you have combination of both, it will give you true. But when it will give you false, when I have a string like this, okay, Python py @ okay, dollar symbol, something like this, okay, here my all characters are not capital or either digits or alphabets or both of them, okay. If you see this @ is a special character. So special character is neither a digit nor a alphabet. So now if I say is all num, okay, in this case it will give you false. So they will be asking you a question, okay, they'll give you a question like this in interview, something like how many, what is the count of the characters and digits in your string. Simple question. If they give you like this, okay, hello, okay, 1 2 3, okay, ABC, like this they'll give you, suppose. So now they will tell you, okay, now they will ask you, can you tell me the count of digits and characters and alphabets in your string? Okay, can you at least tell me that what is the logic we can apply? See, this is a question which can be asked commonly in interview. So from that, from the things that we have learned, okay, what is that we can able to find it? What is the logic that we can apply? So we can apply like this. I will tell you. Okay. Now I have a string. Now I have a string. Okay. Now I have a string. So what we'll do, if this is the string, what I will do is I will go through each and every character. So I'll
Hello,
use a
Puri.
loop and I'll go on mute. No, who's speaking? Hello.
Chalo.
Yeah, you want to say something? You want to say something? Anyone? Okay. So I will do one thing. I will iterate my string. Okay. If I iterate my string, I will go through each and every element. So if I go through each and every element, what I will do is I will find whether that element is string or alphabet or a numeric. How do I find it? I will check. Okay, I will iterate each and every element. So first it will go to H. It will check whether I will write a logic. If okay, so I will say for I in A, for every element in A, if that particular element is all alpha, okay, then I will increment the count of alpha. Okay, you understood, right? I will write it. I will take a counter and I will increment the count of alpha. I mean that is alpha means I'll check if it is a alphabet. Okay, I will increment that count. Then I will also check the element whether it is digit. So I'll increment the count. So now I have capital letters. So first what we need to check whether that element is existing within A to Z. Okay, A to Z or not. Or even this capital A is also a alpha, right? It is alphabet, right? So it will also check that whether it is alpha or not. So what I will do, I will check whether it is alpha. If it is alpha, I'll increment my count. Okay, if it is E digit, I'll increment the count of digit. Okay, if it is none of them, okay, if it is a special character, okay, if it is a special character, then what I will do, I will skip that particular process or I will not consider that particular step. Now I will give you the output as count. Okay, whatever the count I got for is alpha, okay, I will print that count. So which becomes my count of the elements, I mean the characters, alphabets, and I will also print the count of the digits, so which will give me the count of digits. This is one of the questions which may be asked very commonly in interview. And one more question they may be asking you, okay, remove the special characters. So if you have taken this particular string, okay, so how do you remove the particular characters, special characters? So this is again important question which can be asked in interview. Okay, please note these two questions, okay, everyone, which may be asked commonly in interview. So what you need to do, you have to first iterate over each and every element, check that whether it is alphabet or numeric. If it is alphabet or a digit, if it is alphabet, okay, you don't do anything, you skip that particular process. If it is a special character, because if it is not alpha or a numeric or not all num, okay, if all num will be false, okay, only in the special characters it will be false. So that case you have to remove that particular element. Okay, you have to remove that particular element, or you have to replace that with the empty string, right? See, wherever at the rate is coming, I will replace that particular with the empty string. So there is lot of ways to do this particular solution. So this is again a very common question. Remove the special characters from the string, get the count of digits and alphabets in your string. Okay, tell me the most frequent repeated character in your string. How to remove the duplicates from the string. Okay, first occurred character. So these are the questions which may be very commonly asked in interview, and you should be knowing at least 50 to 60 programs every time. You should be knowing in your mind. You can easily crack any interview. You should know the logics. You don't, because the thing is like they may ask a different question. Maybe the concept is same, they may be asking a different question, they may give a different string, they may be asking a different question. Okay, so in that case you should be making sure that you are going to apply the logic should be known to you. Okay, I will give you the questions, please go and practice those. Okay, I will tell you how to do also if possible. So now I think we are clear, right? So what are all methods? Let's go to one by one. is lower. Okay, capitalize will capitalize the first element in the string. Is lower will check whether all the characters are lowercase or not. It will give you true if it all lower or not. Is upper will check all the characters are uppercase or not. Upper will convert every character into uppercase. Lower will convert every character into lowercase. Index will give you the index, which index will start from 0 every time. It will count and give me the first encountered index or first coming index. Count will give you number of times that substring is repeated. Split will split the string into the parts by taking a reference. Join will join that to a string. Okay, join a character or join a delimiter to a string. Alpha will be checking like if all the characters are alphabets or not. It will give you true or false if all the characters are not capitalized. I mean all alphabets. Is digit will give you whether all the elements are digits or not. Is alnum will check whether it is a alphabet or digit or both. Okay, it will give you true. Else will give you false. Length is normally it will give you the length of the length will start from 1. Okay, you can also find like this. You can say length of E. It gives you 11. 11 it will take from 1. Okay. Okay, HELLO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it will always give you from starting from 1. Length will be starting from 1. Index will start from 0. Hope you are clear, right? Any doubts, anyone? So once we are done with this, we will also see list data type today, and probably we will also see tuple data type today, and then we will try to progress on it. So I'll share you this notes. Okay, I'll share you this notes. You can able to find it. So the very important thing, as I already told you, list data type is one more thing which is very important and should be known to everyone. Okay. So string data type method should be very important, and you should know all the methods which are there. Okay, you can practice it as you go home. You can practice it. So the next important data type is list. List data type is nothing but it is very similar to your array. Okay, when you take an array, the same similar to your array, list data type is there. So what is the difference between your array and the list? Okay, so if you know something called collections in Java, if anyone knows collections in Java, they may be understanding what is meant by list. Okay, array list, there is something called array list class, and within the list interface, okay, you may be understanding about what is array list. So that is the same thing that we are going to discuss over here. Okay, so list is nothing but it is a collection of, generally what is array? Array is a collection of homogeneous elements. That means it is a collection of similar kind of elements. If I take a array may consist of something called all the characters. Okay, all the characters can be numbers, or all the characters can be, okay, can be a string array. Okay, you may have all the strings, or character array, okay, or a number array. You will have all the same characters. So something like this, I'll tell you. Okay, if you take a string something like this, if you take a array, if I take a array, okay, I will have something like this. Okay, I will have a combination of like this. So which can be whether all the characters can be numbers, okay, or all the characters can be strings like this. Okay, okay, this is called homogeneous collection. That means every character or every element which is there here can be of same kind. That is the general meaning of your array that you take in Java. But what is a list? List is a collection of heterogeneous elements. It can be collection of same elements, or it can be a heterogeneous collection also. That means it can be a different collection also. Okay, this is very important. You should also understand. Okay, what is the meaning of that is, I'll try to tell you. Suppose I have 1, 2. Okay, here I have 3. Okay, here I have 10.23. So here if you see, okay, I have different collections. I have characters, I mean the elements which are integers, the element which is a string, the element which is a float variable. Okay, I can also create a list like this. Okay? A list in Python doesn't mean to be having the same elements. See, what is the type of A? The type of A is list data. It belongs to a class called list. So your Python interpreter can understand that when you design, when you provide any element, because it is not a single element like your string. String is a single element. So now when I say A is a collection of elements or sequence of elements. It is group of elements. List is not a single element. List is group of elements combined together or sequence of elements combined together, okay, in a collection. So that is called as a list. List can be heterogeneous. Okay, it is not to be a homogeneous every time. That means, you see, right, if I have a list, I have combination of characters which are element, I mean which are numbers, which are integers, and characters which are strings, characters which are different data type like float data type. So I can provide any data type in the list. Okay, I can also take a list like this, which is equal to some a or l equal to some variable. A and I, L are variables. Okay, you can give any variable assignment. I can also say like this. Here it is a pure, all the elements are numbers. Okay, so the type of A is again a list here. Okay, so you can either give like this or you can give a combination of it. Okay, because there is no restriction to pass any data type inside the list. Understood, right? There is no restriction to pass any data type inside the list. I hope you are clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Everyone is clear what is list generally mean. So when in array, the difference is array will be a combination of single data type. Okay, that's called homogeneous collection of elements in Java. It can be of same kind, but here in list it can be same kind, it can be different kind, it can allow any data type to pass inside it, because it is not a single element like your array. It is a collection of elements, collection of, okay, different data types also. Okay, I'm not saying only different data types also. So this is very important to be understood. So what is list? Okay, so now the important challenge is, we have already told our data types are being divided into 6 important data types, which is numbers, string, list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Okay, the 6 important. What is that? Numbers, strings, list, tuple, dictionary, and set. Total 6 important. So these 6 important data types are again categorized into 2 different types. Okay, so this 6 will be considered into 2 different parts. One is mutable and other is immutable data types. So 6 can be, out of 6 you will consider them as mutable and immutable data types. Okay, what are mutable, what are immutable? I'll tell. Out of 6, okay, mutable data types are list, set, and dictionary. List, set, and dictionary are mutable data types. And what are immutable data types? Number, string, and tuple. Tuple, numbers, and strings are immutable data. So out of 6, 3 mutable, which are list, set, and dictionary. 3 immutable, which is number, string, and tuple. So what is the meaning of mutable and immutable? So mutable means changeable. Immutable means non-changeable. So what is the meaning of changeable? The changeable means, see, I have taken a list like this. Okay, if I want to change the length of the list, or I want to remove some element, I want to add some element, or I want to modify some element, I want to replace some element, I can do in list, because the list is not constant data. It can be changed. I can change, I can add elements, I can remove elements, I can replace elements, I can able to change the location, I can do whatever I want in the mutable data types, like your list, set, and dictionary. But whereas your number, strings, and your tuple, you cannot change it. I'll give you a simple example. See, I have taken a string. Let me take a string like this, Python. Okay, now I want to replace this t with something. Okay, generally how do you do is t is at with index, which index? This is a second index, right? A of 2, what is A of 2 is nothing but t. So now I can say A of 2 equal to h. The meaning is I am going to change that particular 2 to h. The meaning is I am going to see t, I am going to make it to h. Okay, this is means I am going to change this t to h is what I am going to say here. This is what I am assigning here. But when I enter it, I'll get an error saying that string object does not support item assignment. That means I cannot assign any item once the string is defined because it is immutable. Okay, string once it is declared, you cannot change it, you cannot replace it. There is a way to replace it, but using the external methods. There is something called a dot replace. Okay, of the same thing you can do it. T to h. So what is the meaning of it? I'm going to replace t with h. So when I print here now py hhol. You understood, right? So this replace is not a direct assignment. You're using an external method. You're forcefully trying to update or replace that particular element. Understood, right? You got my point, right? So directly you cannot do it because item assignment. You cannot assign any item to a particular string once it is declared because it is immutable. It is non-changeable. It is cannot be changed. Okay. Now we have taken a list. Okay. What is the list? This one. Now I want to replace this 3 with Nikhil. See, 3 is just a element, right? 3 is just a number. So it is at which index? This is at 2 index. L of 2. What is? So here the same slicing what you have seen in your list. I mean your strings. It will be applied here. Okay. The L of end to end. It will give me all the elements. Okay. L of 0 to 5. 4. Okay, it will give me 0 to 1 2 3 4. Okay, till 3 elements it will give. Okay, the same thing what you have seen in your strings can be applied over here. Okay? Whatever you have seen in your string data type, okay, the slicing operation can be applied to list also. But the only difference is there it is a single element, it is a combination of elements here. Okay, so this will be considered 0 index, first index, second index, third index, okay, fourth index, fifth index. Understood, right, everyone? Like that, n number of indexes you can give. So 0 to 4 means it will take 0 to 3. So this will become 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 means not the element. Okay. See, this is the value of the index. This is not the index. Index means it will start from 0. Understood, right? So in that index, what is the value you have? In the third index, I have 4 value. In the second index, I have 3 value. In the first index, I have 2 value. 0th index, I have 1 value. Okay, value is different and the index is different. Understood, right, everyone? Please listen. This is very important to be known to everyone. Okay. So now what is the challenge is, if you want to reverse the list, how do you do that? The same thing, 0 to 0, minus 1. This one will.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, when you are doing a dot replace with t and h, so the original string will not get replaced, right? It will be same.
Yes. Only the replace is an method which is doing an operation on top of that this thing. Okay.
Okay,
So
but
there
the
is
original string, yeah.
original
Okay,
string
the
is not.
original. Okay, okay, yes, sir. Thank.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So now you see, right, the whole list is reversed from back. This is the list, right? This list is reversed from back. This is called reversing of a list also. Reversing of a string also, same thing. Okay. See, list and strings are same in types of slicing, but list is a combination of elements, which is a sequence of elements or collection of elements. But string is a single element. Okay. The same things will apply over here. Okay. So you need to understand couple of methods in list. You understood the difference, right? And the second thing, if I want to do like this, same thing. Okay. Now I have to like L of 2. I want to do with suppose hello. I want to replace. I want to replace hello, not the single element. I want to replace H with, I mean T with H, right? So only this I want to replace with one other character. Here I want to replace this particular L of 2. L of 2 means 0, 1, 2. I want to replace this 3 with hello. Okay, I can do in list because list is not a immutable data type. List is a mutable data type. In the list I can replace elements, I can add elements, I can remove elements, I can change anything. Okay, now I will not get error. If I print L, now 3 is replaced with hello. You understood, right? Why it is called mutable? Mutable means it is changeable. You can change it anytime. Okay, you can change whatever you want to change. Okay, that's what the list is all about. Okay, so now we have to know the methods, because every data type is not same. Every data type has its own what do you say, methods. Okay, in string we have seen a lot of methods. Similarly, we will be able to see the methods which are there in list. So you should remember all the methods in the list as well as string. Every data type will have different methods. Some methods may be common. Okay, you should know like what are all methods available or applicable to that particular data type. So what is the use of list? List is a data type where you want to store, okay, all the data. Wherever you want to replace, you can replace. You want to add, you can remove, you can do any operation of that particular database. So list is a common thing that can be used in any of the suppose you have a list of grocery items. Okay, you can store them in a list format. Okay, you can add elements, you can replace, you can do you can delete elements. Okay, this can be real-time implementation of list. Suppose you have list of grocery items. Okay, you want to suppose delete couple of items in your list in your bag. Okay, you can store them in a list. You can do any operation on that particular element. Okay, so now we will see the methods as part of your list. These are very important and people should be knowing it. So append is a method which is going to add one element to the last index. So I have L dot, if I say append, only it will add one element, and that will in the last index. Okay, so if I want to add, okay, but if I want to add, okay, anything I can add. I can add a number. I can add, if I want to add 5,000. 5,000 is a number, so I should not give in double quotes. 5,000 is not a string. Okay, 5,000 is a integer. So that's why I'm giving 5,000, okay, without in quotations. If I don't give in quotation, that means it is a number. If I give in quotation, that means it's a string. So here I'm going to add 5,000. So what is the output of it? It will add 5,000 in the last index. Append will always add the single element in the last index. Single element means only one element. It can be a list. It can be, it can be a character, which can be an integer or a float variable or a string variable. Anything you want to add, you can add it at the last index. It will add. Okay, if I print L, now you see, right, 5,000 is appended. Okay, similarly there is a method called insert. So now what is the difference between your append and insert? Append will add the element at the last index, okay, whereas insert will add the element to a particular index. Suppose if I say L dot insert, okay, insert is a method. I want to insert 5,000, okay, sorry, 10,000 between these two elements. So what is the general index of this? Initially this will be 0, 1, 2. So this becomes 2, right? So here, okay, I want to add one element. I can also replace it. That's a different thing. Now here insert means it will add an element. It will not replace it. Replacing you can use like this. Okay, for this way you can replace that element, but insert will add the element. So here at the second index, generally this is the second index, right? So here in this place one thing will be added. What if I want to add suppose 10,000? I'm just giving some element. It can be any element. So I'm adding 10,000 between 2 and hello. So hello will be moved to third index. Understood, right? Please remember here, I'm not going to replace it. Instead, I'm going to add the element. If you want to replace, you can do like this. Okay. So in the second index, it is going to be hello. It is going to be 10,000. If I print L, you see, right? Now 10,000 is added. Okay. So insert will do insertion of or adding of element anywhere in the list at any index. If you want 2 index, 3 index, 4 index, any index you can able to add. Understood, right? Here it will add in the back by default. Here if you want to add it any index, you can able to add it. Understood, right? Then something called extend. Extend is one more method. Okay. Extend is one more method which should be known to you. Extend means it will add 2 lists at one go. Okay. Okay, 2 lists will be added. Suppose I have L1 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have L2 equal to 5, 6, 7, 8. I can say L1 dot extend of L2. If you want to add a list to a list, it will be like this. So you are going to add L2 to the L1. That is the meaning of it. Or you are going to add L2 to the L1 and increase the length of L1. So if I print L1 now, you see, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. L2 is same. Now L1 is changed. You understood, right? L1 is being added already. Now L1 become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hope you are clear, right, everyone? Still, is there anyone who paid amount and not there in WhatsApp group? You can ping me to this. Is there anyone who paid and not there in WhatsApp group or not pinged me yet?
Hi sir, I paid 3-4 days back and I pinged you yesterday.
No, that's okay. If you ping me, then I'll add you. Maybe I would have forgot yesterday. I'll add you. Okay. Then 6 plus 5, 11 people. Okay. So why there are 2 more, 3 more people extra? 11 people out of that. I think Santosh. Okay, fine. That's okay. Santosh, I think you may have to do it, right? Payment. I'm not remembering. I think someone is missing. Okay, that's okay. Fine. So we have seen extend. Extend is a list to list extension. Okay, extend is not an element adding or removing. It's a list to list extension. Insert will add element at any index. Append will add the element at the last index. Count is to just check how many times the element is repeated. So if I say L1 dot count of, okay, count of 5, how many times 5 is repeated? It is repeated only once. So I may take a list with the repeated elements also. Okay, I will take like this. Okay, I may have like this. If I have a list like this. Okay, if I want L dot count, okay, of 2, suppose 2 is repeated 9 times. Okay, so I can take a list of any number of times with the same count. Okay, with a different count. Okay. Okay, hope you understood, right? So count is again to find the number of times. Length is again the same. Length will give you L1. It will give you what is the length of 13 times. 13 is the length. It start from 1. Okay. Length. When I say length, it will start from 1. Then sort index. Index we already know. Index we already know. If I say L1, L1 is this. So what is L1 dot index of, okay, 4. 4 is at which index? This is at which index? This is 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 is at third index. Okay, so let me take this particular string like this. Let's say hello. Okay, 1, 2, everyone. Okay, 5, 6. How are you? By something like this. Okay, now I can able to find L1 dot index of, okay, by is a string, right? I should give like this. So this is at 6th index. By is at which index? By is at 6th index. Okay, you understood, right? By is at 6th index. Okay, you can be a combination. List doesn't have any restriction. In a list, you can pass integers, you can pass float variables, you can pass strings, you can pass list inside a list also. See, let me do one thing. I want to append a list inside a list, so I can also say L1 dot append. Okay, I will also append like this. See, I'll append 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll append sorry 6, 7. Okay, sorry 7, 8. Okay, I want to append 7, 8. So what you are doing here, I'm going to add 7, 8 to the list. See, when I print L1, you see, right? This is a list which is appended to the list. This is called sub list. Okay, in a list I have list. Okay, what is a list representation? Anything with this square brackets is called a list. Okay, your interpreter will understand if that is represented, if any data type which is represented with square brackets, so it will understand as a list because it may have continuous list elements. Okay, so that is called as list. Please understand. So list is a heterogeneous collection. It is not a single collection. You can also add homogeneous elements. That's not a problem, but heterogeneous collection is also possible in list. So now you see, right? It is added. So 7, 8 is nothing but a sub list. Okay. Then we have something called index. We have seen remove. Okay, remove and pop is very important, which you also may have to understand. Okay, remove and pop. I will close it off. Okay, once I remove pop and sort. If I say remove pop and sort, we will close. So if I want to remove everyone, I can say L1 dot remove of everyone. Which element value I want to remove, I can do like this. Now when I print L1, you see, right? Everyone is removed. Okay. So I can also delete. There is a method called del L1 of index. I should. If I want to remove hello, I can say index 0. See here, remove and index delete will do the same operation. But remove will remove the element based on the value of that element. Delete will delete the element based on the index of the element. Okay, if I say 0, 0th index element is deleted. In the remove, I'm going to say that element which I want to remove. Okay, now you see when I print L1, you see, right? Hello is removed. So delete and hello will also do the same. Pop will always give you the last element. If I say L1 dot pop, it will give me the last element out. The 7, 8 is the last element, right? So it will pop out that last element. It will give me that last element. Understood, right? You're clear, right, everyone? Pop will always give you the last element out. It will give you the last index. Okay, delete will delete the element based on the index. Remove will remove the element based on the value of that element. Index will give you the index of that element. If I want to know the count, okay, the number of times it is repeated, I can also get the count, okay, which I've already told you here. Length will give me the length of that element. Append will add the last element to last index. Insert will add at any index element. Extend will extend a list to a list. Okay, remove will do that. Index will do that, and sort is there. Very important. So when I have something called sort, okay, I cannot sort the elements when it's a combination of numbers and characters. Okay, if I print L, sorry, maybe, okay, so I will take a list like this. Okay, 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 8, 7, 6. Okay, which is like this. If I say L dot sort, you know, right? Sorting will always make your string into appending index. So what is that sort will happen? Sort will, it will change the list itself. That is a challenge. When I say L dot sort, it will, this is the input list, right? It will change the input list itself. The input list itself is changed. So when I print L itself is changed. Now it is sorted, right? See, it is sorted in such a way, it is started from small elements, ascending order, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, this is the input list I taken, but now it is, but my L list itself is changed. The challenge you understood, right? You understood the challenge, right? My L itself is changed. So how do I make sure that I will not change my list without changing the list? How do I sort the elements without changing a list? So I will take some method called sorted, sorted of L. Now L1 is nothing but the list which is going to give you the sorted elements. L will still remain the same. Okay, if I print L1, it is 1 3 4 5 6. L is nothing but my input list. So sort and sorted, you understood everyone? Everyone understood this?
Yes.
I hope clear, right, everyone? So I
Yes.
will share you the notes, okay, today. Hardly everyone in the group, and then I'll share you the notes. Please go through these methods, okay? These are very important. How they are used, I will tell you, okay? They are used while you are doing manipulations. In any program, they would ask you a question, right? They'll ask you to find the sorted of elements, okay? See, the challenge of sort, you understood, right? See, this is L, okay? This is L. When I say L dot sort, this is my input list actually. But when I say L dot sort, it will change my L itself. The L itself is changed into ascending order. My input list is changed. You understood, right? Asma? Okay, but when I say, so now what I did,
Yes,
I take my list. Here I'm not changing my input list. This is L, right? L is 1 4 3
yeah.
5 8. It is not 1 2 3 1 3 4 5 8 6. So what I did, I use sorted. Instead of sort, I use sorted. So now my L1 is changing, but my L is still constant. Okay, L is still the input list which I have taken. So here, if I say sort, it will change the input list itself. So that I don't
Okay,
want
sir.
to happen. So I use sorted. So you can use sort and sorted as per need, as per the requirement.
Okay, sir. Got it. Yeah.
Thank you guys. Please do practice. I'll share you the notes. I'll also share you. We have a notes which is already there. Okay, I'll share you Durga's our notes. I'll share you my own notes. So there are so many things which I can provide you in WhatsApp group. Please be available in WhatsApp group because I'll share you the materials over there. Recordings you should be getting from DurgaSoft online team. 170 videos should be provided to you by DurgaSoft online team. Okay, anything related to that you can please reach me. Okay. Yeah. Any doubts?
Sir, please share the questions also
I will share
on
you
the
questions
screen.
once we
Yeah.
are done with something called loops. Okay, we will
Okay.
discuss couple of programs also in the class.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So having one
Thank you.
question here.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So in Python, do we have float data type?
Sorry.
In Python, do we have a float data type or not?
Yes, we have float data type.
But
No, yesterday
but
we discussed, right? Yesterday we
now
discussed.
you told you we have only 6 data type: int, character, list,
No.
tuple,
Yeah,
set.
yeah. So I already told you yesterday. I think you're not there. There is a data type called number, right? Number is one of the data type in 6 data types. Inside number data type, you will have integer, you will have float, you will have something called complex. Understood that? All these are
Yeah.
combinedly called as number data type. You understood, right? See, inside number data type, when I say number data type, it is nothing but it can be a int float data type or float data type or complex data type.
Yes, understand.
Understood, right? So I am not separately saying float data type. You understood, right? Because it is a part of number type. So we have totally 6 data types. One is number data type, string data type, list data type, tuple data type, okay, set data type, and dictionary data type. Okay, out of the 6, inside number, okay, that list float will come. Integer will also come there. Okay, complex will also come there. It is a part of number. So all these 3 combinedly called as number data type. Got it, right?
Yeah, got it.
Thank you guys. Thanks everyone.